Hey guys, what's up? I am back with my Sephora summer sale haul. Okay, I got 2 bags, I made 2 trips, and it's super random, so I hope you guys like and tell me what you think about what I got. Tell me what you got down in the comments, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And now let's just get right into the haul. I picked up this Fenty Beauty brush. Now I didn't get the foundation because I actually got another foundation recently, which I'll share with you, but I just love her brushes. So this is their Kabuki brush. Yeah, Kabuki Buff foundation brush. I love her other foundation brush. I use it every day. So I just love this buffing brush because it's good for creamier consistencies, which is what her new foundation feels like. And even if I'm not using something super creamy, this is just nice to like buff things out. So love that because I love a cream contour and things like that. It feels so soft and it's just so pretty and pink. I should have started with this because this is one of the newest products. This just came out. It's the Fenty Beauty Brow MVP, and I got this product because of one specific feature. I am super loyal to my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown, so I went with the medium brown and Fenty as well. I'm wearing it right now and it's pretty similar, so if you wear medium brown in Anastasia, you can try it in Fenty. And first off, I really love the packaging. I love the white. It has that like triangular shape that you can find in other brands, and I love that one side has the color of the pencil because that is the side with the actual pencil, and then the side that doesn't have the brown is the side with the brush. And the brush is why I got this, because I love a good spoolie. And when I saw that they went with something different like this, I was like, I have to try it and see how it compares to a spoolie. And let me tell you guys, I love it. It feels really good. It doesn't just stay on the surface. It really does get through to the skin, so you can buff out the pencil, and it does a really good job of blending. And I'll show you on my hand in a second, but when I saw a brush like this, if it was a little bit too smooth, it just really wouldn't brush through the hair. But this has enough texture that it really gets in there. So definitely speaking my name once again. So I'm gonna draw a line of the medium brown on the back of my hands. So it's definitely on, I wouldn't say it's super ashy. There is like a golden element to it, which does really go with my hair right now. I don't know if you guys can see, I have like really subtle caramel highlights. So I do need something that isn't like too ashy, even though that's what I normally go for. But hopefully you guys can see. So I have it on right here, and then I'm just gonna go brush it, and you can see it like really buffed it out. Like if you go really hard, it's really blended. So that's going to be really nice, especially if you like the ombre look where you really like to brush out the front of the brow and then have it get darker. This is a really good brush, so I really love that. I love the design of it. I found my color. My only thing, and this isn't a criticism, but it's just like a personal preference for me, is that I wish it had a little more weight to it. This feels like nothing in your hands, and I feel like for something that is a little more luxury, it's not drugstore, I want it to feel heavier. I feel like that feels more expensive. That's something that I like personally, but this feels like plastic, very lightweight in the hand. So that is my one thing, but I know that to make it feel heavier, it's probably more expensive to make. So that's probably why that choice was made, or maybe they wanted something that felt lighter, but personally for me, I want it to feel heavier in my hands. But I still love it, and I still love the brush. This is my favorite hair mask at the moment. My hair has been super damaged, which is why I cut like such a large amount of it off, because I had gotten this blonde balayage twice and it really did a number, and my ends were just at the point where there was like no turning back. it would look really good the first day that I got it done, but as soon as I slept on it, it would just frizz up. But this mask always made it feel so good. And now that I cut all of the bad stuff off, this is amazing. It's the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Mask. Love it. If you're curly, if you wear your hair naturally curly and you need moisture, this is really amazing for that. And that's how I discovered it, because last year I was wearing my hair just naturally curly all the time, and so I was like looking for products that was good for that, but also good for moisturizing and hiding the damage of the bleach. So definitely love that. Then I picked up this mascara as well. This is by Givenchy, and it's their Lash Extension Effect Mascara. And the reason why I picked this up is because of the wand. However, I may need to exchange it. You guys let me know if any of you out there have this. I find that the formula looks like very, like, I don't want to say dry because it's not flaky, but it's more of like a mousse. It doesn't make my lashes look as voluminous as I want them to look, but I do really love the brush because look at how it bends. And then it has plastic bristles that really let you get in there and lift. So I am like on the fence of whether or not I should keep it. I just feel like it might be old and I might need a new one, but I'm not sure. Let me know if the formula isn't supposed to be like super thick, if it should be a little more fluid, or this could be a situation where I'm layering mascaras, because I know a lot of people out there love to do that, and I'm just thinking I can use another mascara first and then really use this one to like comb through and lift. So I might end up keeping it. I'm thinking maybe I'll return this one and get another one, and then if the other one is the same, then maybe that's just the way the mascara is and I'll keep it. But you guys let me know. But I'm really loving the brush, and I'm willing to just keep it just to be able to separate and lift. So that's just me. I don't mind doing the extra work. Then I picked up a backup of my lash glue. This lash glue changed my life, okay? It is the House of Lashes Lash Adhesive in the dark. I used to have such a hard time applying strip lashes. This is what it looks like. And I had used Duo for years because that is the one that everyone recommends. It's like the first glue that you try. And, you know, the smell isn't that great. And there's also an element of timing and knowing how much to put on and then how long to leave it on to get it the right consistency so that it sticks on when you put it on and it doesn't slide around. And with this, I don't have to worry about any of that. I brush it on literally 5 seconds, if anything, and it just grips instantly. So there's no kind of formula, there's no quadratic equation that you got to come up with to figure out when to put the lash on. Trust me, if you have a hard time with lashes, give this a go, and hopefully it works for you like it worked for me. It is in the dark, so you need to have like some skill so that you put it on where you want it the first time so you don't have dark lash glue on your lids. But if you can pretty much get the placement as close as to where you want it, where you can cover anything with liner, try this glue. I'm telling you, it changed my life. So then I got some more Pat McGrath stuff because that's just where I am in my makeup journey. I love Pat McGrath. And so I picked up 2 of her lip pencils. So on my first trip, I got this color. I got 2 browns. So I got Contour. And this is more of a cooler tone brown. I don't know if you guys will be able to see on camera because the light is pretty bright. But it's a really nice brown lip liner. I'll show you guys. I love a nude lip. So you always need a good brown lip liner just so that it doesn't blend into my face. So that one is Contour. And the reason why I got this is because I had been using Strip Down by MAC. Like, okay, talk about a throwback. I had been using it so much, but it's getting to the point where it's not going on smooth anymore. So I figured let me try this because this looks like a creamier version of that. And it does feel really nice, the formula, but I didn't wear that today. I'm wearing a different one. And all of these Pat McGrath liners come with a mini sharpener, but it's like stuck down there, and I really appreciate that because I feel like you can never have too many sharpeners. I constantly lose my sharpeners, so it's nice to have extra so I can just leave them everywhere. So let me switch out so I can show you the other pencil. That was from my second trip. Oh, something else. So that's what I'm wearing right now, but I'm wearing something on top of it, which I'll get to. So I also got Supernatural. So both lip pencils are pretty similar, so you could really go with one or the other, but I ended up getting both because that's just the way my mind works. Like, even if there's a slight difference in undertone, I feel the need to have both because there is a certain look that will go with one and a certain type of other look that will go with it. But I know that not everyone thinks that way. They just think a brown liner is a brown liner. So this is Supernatural, which is here, and it's a little bit warmer, so it has more of an orange, orangier undertone. It's not orange at all, but comparing it to Contour, it has a little more warmth, a little more red, and Contour is a little bit cooler and it has a little more of a pink to it, but they're very similar. So if that is not something that you focus on like those variations in undertone, you could go with one or the other. But if you do like a cooler look or a warmer look, then Supernatural is your warmer and Contour is your cooler. Okay, so since we're talking about Pat McGrath, I did end up going with her foundation. There are a bunch of new foundations hitting the market right now, and this I've had for 4 weeks because I got it around my birthday, and I've been wearing it pretty much every day during the week ever since. So I absolutely love it, and I'm wearing it today, and my shade is light medium 14, which is a little olive, and I'm a little olive, a little more yellow. Oh, guys, I love this. It gives me face and body. If you ever use face and body foundations like the MAC one or the Makeup Forever one, and those types of foundations are very fluid, they're very sheer, they just pretty much even out your skin tone, but they don't add a ton of coverage. They're buildable, but it really looks like skin, like you still have a glow after. It really does look like skin. So I've always loved those kinds of foundation because I don't need a lot of coverage. My skin is pretty great. I just like to add a little something for photography or just to like take it to that next level to just brighten things up, right? So I love that. And that's why I go for those foundations. And then the thing about this though is that it also gives me a little Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk vibes, because the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk is like a face and body, but there's like a powdery element to it, like a satiny component to it when you put it on. So it almost feels like there's a little bit of powder in there. It gives you a little bit of blur, so it's not as see-through as a face and body. So this is like as if those two things had a baby, because it's not as satiny. It doesn't have that like powdery-ish finish that the Giorgio Armani has. If those things make sense to you and it sounds like something you would like, I would definitely recommend this foundation. So I needed a new pair of tweezers because I needed one for the office, for my work bag, because you know, somehow I feel like I've been needing one every once in a while just to like pluck a random eyebrow that isn't cooperating, just like random things that I might not notice at home but at work I notice and then I forget about, and then I get back to work and then I still don't have a tweezer, so this goes on for days. So I got a new pair of tweezers from Tweezerman, but these are rose gold, and I'm showing this because I know there are so many rose gold lovers out there that you guys would be all over it if you knew that Tweezerman made a pair of rose gold tweezers, like completely rose gold metal. So if that calls your name, they have it at Sephora. So had to get that. And then I got another random item, and it is a foot mask by Sephora. And let me tell you guys, I did one of those baby foot peels a couple of years ago. And when I tell you that my feet have never been the same, and like not even in a good way, I just felt like it was too intense for me. And it's to the point where I should keep doing them again, because I just feel like maybe if I did it again, it would cancel out the first one. But your skin literally comes off, like a layer of skin comes off. So while you're going through the shedding process, it feels really freaky. And then when you're done, the soles of your feet do feel really soft. But I felt like it didn't last long enough to make it worth it. So if you were thinking about doing a baby foot peel, maybe this is a better start. Maybe you don't need to remove an entire layer of skin. But Sephora has foot masks, so I got the almond one, and it's supposed to be like super moisturizing, and it says here comforting and repairing, and you just put this on for 20 minutes and your feet are supposed to feel really nice. It's like little like sock booties with moisturizer in it. So I got one of those, and hopefully that does something for my feet. Then it was time to get another beauty blender, and trust me, it pains me that it's $20, but it's that good that it's worth it. And I was just gonna get the, like, you know, regular beauty blender and get the pink, because I feel like the other colors do not perform like the original does. So I always say get the pink, even though they're constantly coming out with fun colors. But I was just gonna get the one, and then I had gone to Sephora to get a free HydraFacial. Okay, amazing. They were having this perk where you could go, and if you made a minimum purchase of $75, you got a free facial. So I had on my list to get a beauty blender, and then the person that pulled the products that I wanted was like, hey, this costs the same thing, but you get a mini solid cleanser with it. Do you want this? Was that even a question? Like, yes. So if you can get the little kit with the cleanser, for sure, get it. So that was really nice, because I didn't even think to look for that. And so I do really love the cleanser. I feel like it's really, really strong. It does really help get your beauty blender clean, and it's really good for synthetic brushes. So for your foundation brush, for example, it will get your foundation out. But I don't like it on natural hair brushes, because it is that strong that when your brush dries, you can feel that it like dried out the hair a bit. And not in a way that's like irreversible damage, but in a way where I feel like my brush doesn't work as well. I just feel like some of those oils that are in there that remain there after you wash help your products go on a little bit smoother. But that's just my mind. That's just what I thought. So I don't like using it for those types of brushes, but for foundation and concealer brushes, yes. Then this is a new moisturizer. You guys know I'm super loyal to Belif and their moisturizing balm, but I did end up picking up something different this time, and it was from that facial. So she did the HydraFacial with the machine, and then afterwards they do like a whole skincare routine with you. And so I told her that I wanted a lighter moisturizer for the summer, because my Belif one was a little bit too thick for the summertime, and I was just open to trying a new brand, so something lighter that's still hydrating. And so she recommended the Volition, which this light is super bright, celery green cream, and this has hyaluronic acid and peptides. And if you're dry, hyaluronic acid is like the angel singing. That is what your skin needs. It puts moisture back into your skin, and because it's a celery cream, it definitely smells green, and it's a gel formula. It's not super runny, but it does feel lightweight, and my skin feels hydrated, and it's good under makeup, because I was finding that with the Belif and then with foundation, it was just looking real creamy by the end of the day. So I know I needed something lighter underneath. So I'm excited to give this a try. Ooh. Then one thing, like I said, this haul is like super random. I got these dry bar hair clips, because now that my hair is shorter, my giant clips are too big. And I just love this kind of style. I'll show you the clips. Look. First of all, I love the color. They're so cool. So that's really why I got it, because I really love the color. But they really do stay. And since my hair is short right now, when I'm like waving it, curling it, I can just section off and get to the bottom sections. But you know, like I said, I'm struggling right now since I got my hair cut with figuring out the best way to style it with my tools. And I know that I'm gonna have to get a good flat iron to keep it healthy, because just like straight blowout, I just don't like how it looks. I feel like because of all of the layering that they had to do to kind of blend my bangs, I have like a really heavy bang situation that can look really mulletish, especially if these layers, this layer here is like super straight. It just kind of can look like a mullet. So I really need to curl it so that it just looks cool and you don't notice how heavy this is. But it was necessary because that's how damaged my hair was, and now all the damage is gone, and I just have really thin highlights throughout that weren't like super light, so there wasn't a lot of lifting. It was really quick, and that way I still have some dimension, which is what I still wanted to do, without getting a lot of damage, or without, and I think it wasn't really more about the damage, it was really more about not having a really dramatic look for my lifestyle right now. It's better to be a little more subtle. So that was like part of the reason why this color was chosen. But yeah, guys, that is my haul. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's nice being back real quick and saying what's up and showing you guys what I've been buying lately. You know, I love the sale, so the next sale I'll be back if I'm not back before then. So thank you guys so much for watching. You can catch me on Instagram at Vinyl Blush, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.